Well, last year when Ricky and I were at the National HDT Truck Rally in Kansas, we met a wonderful couple. Their names are Frank and Aliska, and actually last year they had their new home on order. They had a new Horizons that they were getting built, custom built. So this year they were there with their new home, and they allowed me to come inside, and they're going to take us on a tour of their new Horizons home.
Well, hi, Denise.
Hello.
Anyway, welcome to our home. Okay.
Hi, I'm Frank. This
And
is
I'm
my wife,
Aliska.
Aliska.
And we are here in a
in our,
place called, well, this is our home.
This is our home.
New Horizons is our fifth wheel, and then
It's
of
a
course,
40-foot majestic rear kitchen
rear kitchen.
that
Yeah.
we designed for ourselves. Just the two
Just
of
for
us.
two of us.
A couple of
So-
old fossils.
Yeah. So this is it right here.
Yep.
So here's our kitchen, and which is a nice size. You know, you have your stuff right, your oven, your microwave, you got your refrigerator.
The things we did with the refrigerator is we have refrigerator top, freezer bottom,
Okay.
or we can have refrigerator or quick freeze or chill or whatever on this side. So it's a European design. That's what we went with. At this side you have, let's see, we've got freezer, soft freeze, chill, fridge. So if you have a bottle of wine that you need to get really cold and we don't have time for our wine cellar over there, we'll just pop it in the fridge.
All right. Well, I absolutely love this, and I love this countertop.
Oh, thank
Thank
you.
you.
It's
Yeah,
so
this is
pretty.
a special granite that we picked out.
It's called Winter White.
Winter white.
Winter white.
Yeah, Winter
Yeah.
White. There's a story real quick. If you have a minute, I'll tell you the story on it. The Winter White, if you look at it, in this area here, there's a road. It starts this end, that end. Right here. Highway.
Uh-huh.
And Scripture says there's a time for us to be born and a time for us to die. We're constantly barraged by challenges each day, the waves that are moving in on the countertop, beating against the shoreline.
Mm-hmm.
But with God's grace, we're able to endure that.
Amen.
So that's the story behind the
Yeah.
granite.
Wow.
So-
You all did an amazing job.
Oh, thank you so
Thank you.
much.
You
And
have
then,
the
of
bar
course,
stools out here.
Yep.
Yeah, the stools are out here.
Yep, it's our little
So
dining
this is our-
area.
This is our little dining area. And then we have our entertainment center over here
Uh-huh.
with a fireplace.
Yeah.
The TV will come down.
I enjoy it's on a whatever they call it, a lift, so we can drop it down. Have
And then
the,
you have the window.
and then we have the window there. Yeah.
Mhm.
But I
So-
enjoy music, and obviously we enjoy movies and that type of thing. So
Right.
it was designed again, Denise, for Liska and I. An eclectic couple. I know it's a little bit more
It's
contemporary.
beautiful.
But
Right.
I just needed something. We had this, we bought it up in Washington in an antique store,
Uh-huh.
and I just couldn't part with it. Lisa said, what are we going to do with it? And I said, well, hon, let's just take it and we'll
And
see.
it fits perfectly.
And I
here.
like this idea. You have the trunk underneath for
Well,
storage.
that was a blessing by the
That-
Lord because this
because
was up at our house in
in
Washington.
Washington.
So it gives us additional seating, but
Not
it's the
only-
same size as
As
the table.
And
Just
not only,
fits.
yeah,
And it
and
just
not
fits.
only that, we also have a couple of extra blankets for people that, you know, when they're cold. I've
Right.
got extra blankets over here, so
Uh-huh.
it worked out really great. So
And then, unlike a lot of RVs, we have the new mini splits in,
Mhm.
so it's just quiet.
Right.
And
And,
then
the
the
ceiling
fan.
fan. Yeah.
Ceiling fan.
this is
And then
almost like an airplane. You know, we might be able to take off with this thing. So
But I
we have
love
our-
your windows. I love the valance at the top, and I love how the sides come down.
the lambrequins.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's very pretty.
Yeah, that was really fun picking that out at New Horizons.
We wanted something to, it didn't look finished. When you have just the shades
Right.
coming, it just didn't look finished, so we did the lambrequins, and we
and
debated whether to do it an off-white or the same color, the mocha that we have.
Yeah, and we're glad that we did a dark, the double mocha. And yeah, we were really, really happy with it. And then in the kitchen, we didn't do them because they were, this way they were more open.
Right.
So we left those open.
So that you have more of the countertop space.
Yeah,
And then we have a humongous
Pantry.
pantry.
yeah, the pantry is humongous.
Wow.
So they're all fixed shelves, and by going fixed, we could go deeper with the
Right.
shelving itself as opposed
And I like
to...
how you have the shelves do not come all the way out to the edge,
No.
and you still have room
Still have
Yes.
room
to
for
put your step
our
ladders.
ladders and
Well,
stuff.
we actually had them made deeper because they were, you know, they were not as deep.
Yeah, I think
But
they're
this
about
way we can
8 inches, and we brought them out another 6 inches, I think, total.
Yeah, so that really worked out nice for us.
But they were designed with all the things that we had, so it would fit.
Yeah, so that worked out great.
Right. I love your backsplash.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
That was, we had to do some changes on this, but we're really, really happy with these. That
And
was
then the
like
nice
glass.
thing too, we opted for, I'll show you here, I'll just start it, excuse me. We opted for the shades, but the shades are all at one time, or you can control them individually.
Individually.
Yeah, so that's really great. Because I start early in the morning and I just turn a few lights on, and then once it gets lighter, then I'll just raise them all, and makes it really, really nice.
I like that option of being able to raise them individually. I've heard some do not have that option. So.
Right.
Also with the, again, it's an option that, I like technology when it works. When it doesn't work, it's a pain in the neck. But when it does, it's convenient. So we can sit in the bedroom here, wherever, and control shades, lights, whatever is necessary, as opposed to what I just did now, going over to the main room.
So do you have an app on your phone that
There's
you
an
can
app on the
control
phone.
Yep, everything
App
gets
on my
everything on
iPad.
the iPad.
The downside is, I was hoping it would be wireless. So no matter where in the world you are, if you wanted to do something, you could do it, but it's Bluetooth.
Bluetooth.
So that's the one downside.
So you have to be within range of the home to operate.
So normally, like, we've come in a few nights here at the rally at night, and I'll just turn on the outside lights using the Bluetooth app. So everything lights up. It's convenient to back in then, as opposed to you're coming into a darkened area.
Right.
Yeah, so.
So
And then there's your wine cooler.
the wine
We have
cooler,
the
yep,
wine
64
cooler.
bottle wine cooler,
Yeah, so
dual
that's,
zone,
oh yeah, we love that.
and then just the old stuff, my old reel-to-reel, and components for listening to music.
So in here, of course, going up a few stairs, we have our little bathroom, shower, and the sink here, and then we have our bidet toilet on the other side over here. That Frank said, "Oh yes."
Yeah, I told
we
this
go.
guy, said, I got you a bidet, a what? A bidet, or bite it, or whatever. But
Yes.
I'll tell you what, even the guys, I think, appreciate it. At least I do.
And then of course, then we have our
Washer, dryer.
Washer, dryer, yeah.
washer and dryer. That was really, and we wanted it in here because that way we have the privacy here for in the bedroom. So this is our bedroom, and
Beautiful.
it has a shiplap in the back that we decided on, and here we have an articulated bed so that it raises the headboard
You can raise
and
the
it raises
feet,
the
the
feet. So we were not able
Massage, so
to
if
have.
Liska's not in the mood, I could just hit the massage and get the massage.
So we don't have the option of raising the bed for storage, but because we have this, we're able to have 4 of those plastic bags with our winter clothes or our summer clothes underneath. You know, the ones
okay.
that suck all the air out.
And then
So
one of
it works out fine.
one of the things we did, we designed it with a fireplace
In
the
here.
bedroom, and a fireplace obviously in the
Yeah.
living room. Being able to close this off here in the wintertime and using the fireplace,
Oh,
you
yeah.
have a small volume that's heated if you didn't want to use your
Right.
heat pump or the furnace, and the same with the
I love-
area downstairs. We can slide in the passenger side, still have full access to the kitchen, the entertainment, and the rest, but we've reduced the volume that needs to be heated or cooled.
Heated or cooled. I love the hardware on your doors.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've had a
Very
lot of
pretty.
compliments, and we actually, when we remodeled a home in Washington, those are the ones that we purchased, and we had 7 left that we brought, and we measured, and they worked
We
out
made
fine,
sure
so
that
we
they
wanted
would
to make
work
sure
with the
that
doors,
we,
and so we ordered
And
everything.
then
in half.
here is, we can actually pull out, and this is for the TV that comes down.
Oh, okay.
And then I have a sound system in here that Mark, one of the guys that we met last year at the HDT Rally, just loves. But it's the Sonos Beam, but it's behind that painting there. And the sound in here is amazing.
Absolutely amazing. How's it right here?
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
I wouldn't take anything from a full closet. I love the full closet.
Oh, yeah, no. We
yeah,
have,
because, a lot of people have the washer and dryer in here, and I thought, oh my gosh.
And then Jack Mayer and Danielle they were the ones that we used for, we took the color that they had.
Yeah.
Because we liked this color.
The
And
mocha.
we also asked them about the vanity slide. And she said, I never had one because you have
gives
more
you
storage area.
Right. That slide frame takes up a lot of space. It takes
It
up more
does.
space than you realize.
Yeah, so we chose only to have this slide, and this one is stationary, and
And then
Now
we did
your shiplap, is that real wood?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
yes.
I've seen some that do like a paper, or like a
No,
wallpaper, but
that's the real McCoy.
that's real. That's
Yes.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No, there's, we did not opt for any upper cabinets other than the ones in the
Over the
kitchen.
I
bed.
know
The
it.
kitchen and the bar area, that was it. Because for us, and
It
again, everyone
opens
is
the
different.
it opens the bed area.
It opens the
better.
area.
We enlarged the size of the windows on the sides so you get that natural light coming in.
So we do have the end tables.
But I don't feel like I'm climbing into a cave at night when I go to bed.
Right.
No, we're really happy
And
with this.
I have raised up before and hit my head.
Hit your head, yeah.
Oh, have you really? Oh, and I'm glad because, you know, to like Frank was saying, it just takes away from this area. You know, because I do tell people, I say, well, you know, we really don't have a whole lot of storage, but most of it's in the kitchen. As a matter of fact, I found a spot for some towels, so I put them in the kitchen.
But
You can't hardly hear it.
that's the sound of the
That's the
LG.
sound.
Those are
This
the
is-
mini splits.
Yeah,
And that's what actually sold us
the mini spot.
on, well, a number of things. The fact that New Horizons and I think Spacecraft are the only two that build from scratch their own frames. So whatever our plans were, the frame was built for it, the chassis. Plus, and I'm sure Spacecraft and New Horizons, we had to go into Wichita, so we didn't see the presentation yesterday. But they both use the mini splits. But having heard the air conditioning, it would
It's
have been
made a big
too,
difference.
it wasn't us. That's all.
Right.
No, it's too noisy. So anyway, it was really
Yeah.
great.
And we've been here through the summer, and with the, what do they call it, excessive heat warning. 74 is what we keep it in the rig, and it's comfortable as can be.
Yeah. And I
found
love
some
your
popcorn, Frank.
flooring.
Oh, thank you.
There we go on down the steps, all match. All right, we are outside now, so we're going to take a look at the outside of your home
All right,
Okay.
thank you.
and also your truck.
So you want to
So
start
this is
the
our
outside.
We'll
Majestic.
start the outside.
Okay. Go ahead.
So again, the Majestic, it's a 40-foot rear kitchen, as I mentioned. You have the basement that's got stuff from
Lots of stuff that we have to organize.
Looks like ours.
basement. The nice thing, I've got a full-size 6-foot, what's it called? King something or other.
Well, it's a ladder,
Step
but
ladder.
yeah, step
King
ladder.
Kong Little Giant. So I
Yeah.
can lean it. It's an A-frame, or you switch it up so I can get to the top parts without an expandable ladder going up and down. And then you have to change it, and after a few years, the pistons wear out, and you got to replace it.
Yeah, so
But there's
this
plenty
works.
of
And you have the tray, so that makes
Yeah,
it
the
easy
tray,
slide
for
up
the
tray.
moving
pull-out
around.
tray, which makes it really super nice.
Yeah.
and a shelf that we have
As you get
additional
older,
stuff.
they're great, right, Frankie?
Absolutely.
And of course,
With the New Horizons, obviously, it comes with a big foot. Each one, I think, is 17,000 pounds, capable of lift. We've had the whole entire rig off the
That's
ground. That's these here. We've had the whole rig off the ground here at the campsite. All the tires were completely elevated, not touching at all. It has a 32,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. For ours, it's 29,000 for the fifth wheel. Again, front storage for the basement area, it's all wood because we enjoy fires at night.
as you
so
can
we have
see, lots of, yes, for our fire that
Lot
we
of
do
wood.
at nighttime,
The-
except for a windy day.
the paint scheme that we put on it was obviously the basic swirl, but we modified it so that we picked up the colors of the truck.
Yes.
So we have the blue for the Smoky Mountain blue that the truck is, black for the tires, white
And
for
white
the
for-
glint, and then the gray is kind of a takeoff of the the chrome that's on the truck
Yep.
itself.
Right.
And people
And so
people
far,
compliment us from time to
Yeah.
time, and we're thankful for
yeah,
that.
we're really happy with the colors.
Plus,
It's very subdued.
Plus, by being a lighter color, I know the bold colors, the blacks and the reds and that are gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're in a place like Kansas and it's an excessive heat warning,
Yes.
it doesn't reflect too well. So the lighter, the better.
Yeah.
And that's
And
what we opted with.
We love it.
And then the last thing we brought in, the whatchamacallit, the recognition lights of the amber for the Majestic there, and then the front part for the New Horizons. We did the Majestic,
We
New
chose.
Horizons in the amber, and then the Smoky Mountain Blue for the Eagle.
Yeah,
So that was just a little different, kind of changed things up.
Yeah.
Not much.
Not much on the other side.
Not much to tell. We've got the inverter for the LG system is here. It has dual 40-pound propane tanks, one this side, one that side.
And this is the fan for your split.
That's correct, yeah, that's the
Yes.
inverter. So the air comes up from underneath, gets drawn through, circulated up, and then exhausted out. So that's how the mini split works. We have a soft water system in the rig, and at the front we have the 3-stage filtration system. Then your standard,
All our, for the water and
Yeah.
all
So- all your goodies.
Yep, all your manifolds, and in here, I did not want to have to drill another hole for the Starlink. So it's run out through the hose access, and then it's fished into an upper cabinet that you saw inside the rig. So everything is contained. I can pull this out, wrap it up, and stick it right there as we go down the road.
So we basically, and that's the reason why we have the 3 slides. The only one we have to worry about is this one right here, the bedroom one, because you forget that it's
Yeah,
here
you
at
forget when
times.
you come out from
Luckily-
Hit it with your head.
Boink. Yeah,
Luckily, I fit. You don't fit underneath it, so this
Yeah.
makes it nice.
I feel like I'm putting up the Great Wall of China on my head or something. Banging it so many times.
So this is a 3-axle.
3-axle. They're 8,000. They're independent. It's more right independent suspension. People say, well, now that you're going down the road, you have a mini earthquake, and there'll be stuff everywhere. It may be just the luck of the draw. We've been on 2-lane roads primarily in Kansas since we've had the rig, and we've gone over some pretty terrible stuff. Everything pretty much stays in place. Nothing opens, nothing pops independently, as opposed to you hit here and this side gets it also. In fact, there's a couple on TV, I think it was Changing Lanes, that had the standard suspension. They went to more ride, did a test ride inside, showed what it was like,
Yeah,
then
they
went
did a
back and
video.
did the independent. It was
Yeah.
night and day.
What a difference. I know, it does make a big difference, you
Yeah.
know, when you do travel.
Plus
So-
your hitches make a difference too.
Right.
You get that comfortable ride.
Then you have your furnace in the front, furnace in the back for your heating within the rig. Exterior lighting, it's 3 areas for security, and then the front cap has its light.
So what's the length again?
It's
This
40
is
feet.
40 foot.
40 foot.
Yeah.
We're 70 feet total between
Between the truck
the Volvo truck and the fifth wheel.
and then over here, you're able to automatically, it has a, what is it?
Well, it's electric reel.
Electric reel.
Okay.
So that makes it nice.
So you can reel your cord in
Yeah.
easy.
There's just a button, you pull it in.
Yeah, it makes it nice,
Yeah.
so.
It's
I
manual
help
pulling
him
out.
I help you out, Frankie.
Yeah, well, that's what marriage is, helping one another.
Yeah, so this is it.
Pretty much stand. There's nothing out of the ordinary on the outside. Access for the refrigerator if we need to get into the refrigerator. But
Yeah.
being that it's a commercial, or not commercial, residential refrigerator, there's not much to do. If we have to shut off the water, that's in the basement.
Looks
So-
like a big motor coach from the back, you know.
Yeah, and you know, it's surprising. We'd never done anything like this, with the exception we had in 2017 through 2020
A small.
a small, it's called a Patriot camper. It was 11 feet long, 6 wide, 6 high, made for off-roading. And no matter
It
where
came-
we went,
Yeah, it came from Australia.
yeah, it came from
Yeah.
Australia, had a king-size bed, refrigerator, freezer, double burner stove. We had a Webasto heater in it, so we had hot water to the sink, and hot water for our showers. And it was great. That was the thing that we pulled until we
And
got
then
this.
So we went from a little something, I mean, that we really didn't camp that much. And
Yeah.
then we went from that to this.
But you
It
stay
is.
within your comfort zone. You plan ahead. you're observant, and it's a learning curve. We started January of 2021. We flew to Miami, or not to Miami, to Tampa Bay, saw the RV show. There were 3 companies that were in the running, but before we got there, we eliminated 2. So we wanted to see New Horizons in person.
Yep.
Met with them, then flew back to Vegas, my hometown. 3 days later, flew out to Manhattan and went to Junction City, went through the factory. We had seen the model that we liked. We just oriented it differently than the model that they have for a rear kitchen.
Right.
Again, it provides so many different features and advantages for 2 people.
Yeah.
Smaller envelope to heat and cool, or if you just want to bring it in and you're kind of lazy at one stop, you don't want to open up everything, you have full access. At New Horizons, we were there 3 days.
Yeah. Saw the whole factory.
All of the appliances, plumbing fixtures, anything other than cabinets and flooring, we ordered separately.
Everything
we did it
was
completely
done.
separate. When we got here to
Wichita,
June of last year, we ordered everything through Metro Appliance and had it ready to go.
And Ferguson's.
And Ferguson's. The countertops were done at Sardo in St. Mary's. So we ordered those. And build-wise, with the challenges that are in the world today, there was never a date certain. It was constantly being moved down the line. So what started January of last year came to culmination the first part of June of this year. So that gives you a time
But because of that time frame, did you see any advantage of having that long time frame in making some decisions maybe?
No, the decisions...
You had already decided exactly what you wanted.
We knew what we wanted.
Changes.
No changes.
We knew what we wanted. We knew what our lifestyle was. We knew how we were going to use it. From an entertainment standpoint, all of the components, all the PDF files, when we left in January of 21, they were sent to New Horizons. So they had all the information to do the build. We ordered the truck through Jack Mayer, Mark and Jack at RVH Lifestyles. There were 3 slots available for production from Volvo. That was ordered March of last year. And again, with the way of the world, Volvo goes on strike, then they shut down to retool. So we took delivery of the truck July 2nd of this year. So we've been full timing since July 2nd. But we didn't leave the factory until the 19th of July, the 28th of July. We came down here. Our original plans were to go see the kids in Arizona. And then come back for the HDT Rally. But as you know, with diesel going up to, kind of rival gold, we decided, no sense in wasting the money just on fuel. So we stayed here for July, August, September.
Yeah, it's been enjoyable here.
But the delay, Denise, you asked, what benefit was there, if any? It was to meet people. And the good Lord brought these people into our sphere of influence for a day that would give us pointers as far as, this is what we use when we buy fuel, or this is where we get our information as far as this to be able to go down the roads properly. And then just meeting people in general at the campgrounds to see that, there is a different part of America out there than what the media wants to portray. So that was the benefit that we had.
And the fact is, we did meet a lot of people, wonderful people that we now keep in contact already. And it's been a joy.
Well, let's go just walk around the outside of your truck.
Okay. So the Volvo is a 2022 VNL 860. That's it's the dual sleeper. It has the same ability as the fifth wheel, with a few exceptions. We have a microwave, we have a refrigerator freezer, we have heating and air conditioning. It does not need to run on diesel in order to heat or to cool. It's what they call an idle free. So if we ever did decide to go into wacky California, we'd be compliant. I don't think we're going to do it, but we'd be compliant. The bed was fabricated by RVH Lifestyles in Dennis, Kansas. They used the ET hitch, and we had the drum box put on. We apologize for the staining that's on there. It was a bad batch of powder coating, and in talking with both Mark and Jack, when we're here in Kansas again, they'll reshoot it and it'll be fine. But it's it's their premium bed. You have storage on both sides, storage in the back. There's what they call whale tails, and all of this can be configured to your specs. You can have a whale tail that just opens up. We opted to have the what do you call it, the pistons to hold it up in place. And you have storage here, there, center, that side, the other side. And if we ever do, it's debatable right now if we ever will, because we use the truck as our daily driver, get a smart car. It's configured for...
And it's over here.
Configured for being able to put the smart car up.
Yeah, the ramps.
Yeah, the ramps. So we have them on both sides. Yeah.
All the locking mechanisms for the car.
Yeah. But I mean, it's great storage for us.
You know, we just have odds and ends in there right now, but yeah, there's plenty of room for whatever you can imagine to take. There's the people, I think, what is it, Watts on Wheels? They have two Can-Ams that are hydraulically lifted. Steve over here, that Jeep that's there.
Well, he's
he
got
hoists
that,
it up.
but it's like
Back to
it's like at an angle.
At an angle, a
It's funny
45-degree
watching.
angle.
It's funny watching, you know, the video. And we haven't even slept in this yet because it's so new.
Yeah.
So, and the one thing that Jack was able to do was put some boogie lights for at nighttime.
Yeah.
And that's awesome at nighttime.
Underneath, you have boogie lights.
Yeah. Well, they did it around here, all the way around here. I mean, in the evening, you could, you were able to see it, where it's all around here, and you see all of it over here, and it's awesome at nighttime to see the boogie lights. So, and well, we love the color. It's called Smoky Mountain Blue.
The truck was built in Dublin, Virginia. Then it was through Tri-State Trucks. Jack and Mark work with them. They in turn work with Volvo. It was taken to Joplin, Missouri. Mark went over and took delivery, went through the stuff, the PDI, and then it was picked up and delivered to Dennis, Kansas, who was there. They did the build of the truck, or not the truck, the bed, the additional electrical that we have, because inside the top window is a bunk. Then the bottom window is a bed as well as a dinette.
Right.
It could be set up either way.
Right.
And then,
but the miles, so there was, by the time we got it in Dennis, Kansas,
it had 925 miles because it was driven.
It was driven
actually
from the
driven,
time.
not hauled.
In fact, yesterday we took they call it bobtailing. We went into Wichita to have some stuff done, but they didn't have all the parts. And I was kind of surprised. It's a new truck, but we got 12.4 miles to the gallon.
Wow.
At 65 miles an hour bobtailing.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
So you'll probably get 8 or 9 pulling.
Oh,
maybe.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So, but it's a new truck, and it's just a joy. I'm sure everyone that has their own semi, heavy-duty truck just loves driving there.
Oh, yeah.
The ability to see.
That's the best.
The command of the visual that you have, the safety aspect, the towability. I used to read when we were looking, what are we going to do? And I'd read, oh, it'll pull it, it'll pull it, it'll pull it, regardless if it was a 350, a 450. But I never saw a thread that said, I was pulling it and I had to make an evasive maneuver and it handled it like a champ. Or I was pulling it and I had to slam on my brakes and I was able to control it. So
you don't hear that.
Led to additional research, and that's how I came across Jack and his particular RVH Lifestyles with Mark. Read down through, then I saw a video of 6 women, various ages, at an HDT rally.
Yeah.
That was the night that I decided that's what we're getting. My wife came back from doing something. It was 3 o'clock in the morning, and I was doing my research, because as you get older, you don't sleep through the night. You're up for 2 hours and deciding, well, what can I do now?
And what did
And then you
say?
go back to it, and I said, hon, I think I found my truck, or our truck, but don't worry, I'll show it to you in the morning. Well, I showed her the profile, without the bed, of the truck.
And I started laughing.
We started laughing.
I started laughing so hard, but
yeah, we had convinced the kids we were getting a Ram 3500 dually.
Yeah.
And we kept that ruse up until the day they came to Junction City to see us and pick up some stuff, and that's when Liska drove the truck.
I drove the truck, and I took it out of the parking lot into a neighborhood area. I waited for Frank to call me, and when the kids arrived, I drove it, into and beeped the horn, and oh my goodness.
So what was their reaction?
Oh,
Well,
it was.
our daughter Tiffany came out. She says, "Oh my God, who's driving that? Is that Liska? Oh my gosh!" Then she ran around to the other side of the truck, and they have a GMC Denali.
Yeah, and she said,
I thought
I drove a big truck. She
Yeah.
goes, "You're
She said,
driving
I
a
thought
bigger
I drove
truck."
a big truck.
So that was awesome.
Yeah.
That was really, really great.
Yeah, so
Well,
that
I
was-
want to thank you so much
Oh.
for letting
you're
us
welcome.
tour your
Well,
home
well,
and
thank you.
your RV hauler and
Well, thanks.
Thank you. Thank you.
just enjoy the rally. We've enjoyed the rally.
Yeah, well, and this is our second time.
This is our
because
second
last
rally.
year,
But first time with your rig.
First time with
First
the rig.
time
Yeah,
with the rig,
we're
because last
actually
year-
legal this year. Last
Yeah,
year we were
last
kind of
year we had
lookers,
nothing- we
even
had a
though it was
truck.
in the ether.
yeah, we had our, what is it, the MKX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And we were staying at a hotel.
In fact, that's the last comment with the semis, and everyone can identify with this. Having driven the semi, bringing the trailer back from Jackson, Dennis, Kansas, and getting into our Lincoln, our little MKX, which isn't little. I mean, it's a good-sized
Yeah.
SUV.
The steering.
first thing that came to mind is that song, Low
Right.
Rider. I'm going, I can't see. What's happened?
All righty
All
then.
right.
So anyway, it was a joy.
Thanks so
And
much.
Wish
it's
everyone
been fun
happy
being
journeys.
with you this week.
Well,
Thank
thank you
you.
so much,
Thank you.
Denise.
Wasn't that just a beautiful home? We just so proud of Frank and Aliska, and I know they're excited to get on the road. They've been in their building process, and they've been there in Kansas, and they actually decided to stay there in Kansas for the rally, and then they're on the road. So we wish them well and safe travels to them, and just want to say to you, want to thank all of you for subscribing to our channel. And if you haven't done so, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're notified each time we post a video. And just follow us along as Ricky and I are soaring together and living life in different places. We are Ricky and Denise. We sold everything in 2020 and hit the road to RV full time. We travel in our Freightliner M2 truck, pulling our DRV JX 450 full house that hauls our 2020 Harley Tri-Glide. We invite you to travel along with us as we are soaring together.